She is, as she was, and she is what America is all about. She's a classic success story, an American success story in her own way. Her husband, a great guy, two beautiful children, and she was and still is a very wonderful person. And she had a side gig. She had a full time gig, and she had a side gig, and a lot of Americans do. And her side gig was to help a very well to do family, very, very well to do family. They had a home in the desert, in the Palm Springs, Palm Desert, Rancho Mirage, Indian Wells, La Quinta area. They had a nice house there and had had a house there for decades. Multi-million dollar home, probably today over $10 million. But they were only in the house for a month here and a month there. They were in the house maybe 2 months a year because they had two other houses that they frequented, their main home in another state and another house that they had. And then they had vacations and very, very well to do people that you would never, ever get to meet. And this gal would get a phone call because back in the day, you got phone calls. The family is coming in next week. And 3 days before the family arrives by private jet, the chef is arriving and the housekeeper, the family's personal staff is starting to show up to the house before the family gets to the house. In the meantime, the house has been cared for with full-time staff. The grounds are perfect. The hedges are always trimmed. The lawns are perfect. All maintenance is maintained on the house. The house is always at the right temperature. Furniture is always dusted. I mean, the family could show up in 5 minutes and just walk in. But with the chef coming in, the chef will have pre-ordered food for the family that they love delivered to that house when he's there, so that all the cupboards have all the snacks. The fridge is full of what the family loves to nibble on. All the goodies are there. And the meal planning is able to be done because when the family arrives at this house, the first, second night, third night, fourth, there are parties being held. There are dinners being held for guests that have been invited to come on over.